Action.
Oh, I speak first.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a cut. Hold on.
Welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. Today we have social media influencer Splack. Super cool. I mean, sometimes I try to learn some combat moves off you. You know what I'm saying? So we got Splack here spilling the tea on everything about Splack, but we got to start with the Eating While Broke dish. So what do you have us eating today?
Today, I have us eating top ramen noodles with Vienna sausages. That
Yes.
is something that I used to eat a lot growing up in college, especially during my rough times.
Nice. And then I see you have a secret ingredient because I couldn't buy this secret.
Yeah, this right here, you won't be able to buy this anywhere unless you know a Haitian parent somewhere and they're willing to offer you this. But it's basically a bunch of vegetables cut up in really small pieces, and they add a lot of, like, it has a very, very strong taste and very strong smell, and it's very spicy, and every family is different as far as how spicy they like to make it. But these things could run for like a small little cup for like $5.
What's it called though?
It is called Pikliz.
So is it pickled vegetables?
Pickled vegetables? No.
It's just called pickles.
It's just called Pikliz. I don't know where they get that term from, but I think it's catchy. I like it. It's
All right.
Pikliz. Yeah, just chopped up vegetables. That's all it is.
Awesome. Well, let's go to ad break. And while we go to ad break, maybe we could start boiling this ramen.
Oh yeah, we can get started. Let's get started. All right, should I start putting these in there?
Yeah, before the water boils out.
All right, hold on, I can't.
Everybody on this show touches the food. It's okay. I just pray you washed your hands. In spirit, I pray. It's going to splash everywhere, Splack. Cook two, man. I'm going to be
boom.
hungry.
Two.
This ain't appetizer while
I used
broke.
to do half. That's how
Broke you were? You
was. I
eat
can't
half a
yeah.
ramen.
So I'll break it and say the other half.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You really that broke?
Yeah, it was college. Everybody was broke.
So take us back. When were you eating this dish?
This was back in Florida A&M University, back in 2006, 7. I don't know when I graduated or was in college. But I remember the times where financial aid was very, very, very limited. It wasn't that much. And of course, you know, when you join activities in the school ground, you got to pay for certain things like the fraternity. You know, I had to pay a lot of my financial aid went into that. And so, of course, we had, you know, meal plans on school campuses. But even that would take, if you had a meal plan, that would take away from your financial aid. So I was like, no, I can just stick it through. I don't want no financial aid. I'll figure out the food. So I used to be on campus with no meal plan because I was trying to just get every dollar that I can. And I would just try to like make the best out of it because the rent was so high. And then I knew I wanted to join activities like either the football squad or dance squad or fraternity. All of that take money. So I had to substitute, like, okay, if I want to join these things, I gotta, you know, sacrifice my food, and this was it. And usually, this is a lot. I used to cut it in half, just so I can save it throughout the day. But
then what would you do to fill up? So you were just like never full in life.
I was never full, and to this day, I would say that that's how I am now. Like, I think it affected me so bad to now, if you can ask Shaniqua, my girl back there, it's like I eat very small. And it's just not because I want to, it's just a thing that I've been doing for so long that it helped me get along, or it helped me get past a lot of the rough days of my college years that is now ingrained in me. Like, it just doesn't leave.
If I was your girl, I would definitely benefit from someone that doesn't eat all their food. So you don't get mad when she's in your dish.
No.
You're like, go ahead, baby. You can have all that. you
I
got
swear
this.
everybody always try to talk like, all right, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, have what you want, and it just one of the things. It works out.
Yeah, I guess so.
It works out.
So, just kind of going off topic, I noticed you talk about being a superhero and being in a Marvel movie, and when I look at your Instagram and a lot of the content you put out, it's a lot action.
Oh yeah.
Is that where your inspiration?
Yeah, and it's kind of came from like me trying to find a way to stand out. I had, I started off on Vine. If you guys haven't or didn't know, or now you know, I started off on Vine. But I remember one time this girl said to me, and was like, "Oh, you guys are funny, but you guys are all like the same. Like you guys have nothing different about you guys." And I remember that was true. Like we used, like one of our friends would create a video, and then it was just like, we all try to remake what he did, because if it went viral, we're like, oh, that went viral.
Yeah.
Let's try to do that, but make it our own. And after a while, it worked. But then people start catching on to that. Then you start seeing people like, oh, you guys are copying this person, or this is just like that person video, and it was like, ah. Yeah. And so I like, how can I stand out? I knew I was a fraternity guy. I was a dancer back in college, and I knew I loved to do fight stuff. But you know what's crazy? I've never fought in my entire life. I've never gotten to one fight, ever. But people will think, like my friends now think like I can manhandle anybody because of my videos.
You look at it, yeah. You like, oh,
yeah. But honestly, I've never gotten a fight in my entire life. I don't know why, and I like it's so bad. I used to work at the Roosevelt Hotel as a security guard overnight, and this is after college, after grad school, and I was a security guard. Scrawny little me as a security guard, and I remember I used to guard a door at the, at our hotel. We have like different rooms that had like nightclubs, and then I tell you, I'm not trying to curse, but there would be altercation with drunk people with my other security guards, and they would be yelling and they're like, yo, you need to get out of here, and the guy who would drunk be like, F you, man, F you. That's my bar. That's my, like, whatever they're yelling at. And then as soon as I come, for some reason, I don't know if it's because of my face
or
if
your
I have
height.
a
You're
soft
kind of
look.
tall.
No, our security guards are all taller than me.
And it would just dead it.
They just dead. They'd be like, they'll come to me. They'd be yelling at the other person, and they would come to me, hey, yo, bro, man, what's up, man? How can I get in the club, man? I'm just trying to have a good time. They'll come to me talking calm, and that's how my whole entire life always been.
Well,
in school, in public, and job-related stuff, I've never get into fights, and I've always wanted to.
Oh, okay.
I do, because I want to see if I can, like...
people are gonna watch this and listen to this, and they're gonna try to challenge you.
Then come challenge me. Come challenge me. What's up? Dang.
I don't know.
I want to get challenged. I want to see if I can hold my own.
How do you go from college, then you're pursuing film, correct?
Yeah, but I wasn't actually. I studied criminal justice actually, just because I wanted to feel like I was doing something important. Like
You want to be a lawyer?
I wanted to be in a SWAT team.
Still around fighting. Okay, I see this. You want to be on the SWAT team.
That was really cool. Like, along with SWAT, I remember I wanted to be a garbage truck man once. I wanted to be that. I wanted to be a SWAT team. I wanted to be in the Marine. I guess it's all kind of like, oh, you want some? I forgot. I thought I was eating myself. There you go.
All right.
But yeah, I studied criminal justice, and then from there, I also then it got to. You don't want that.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
See, I don't. I
look at how little bit of food I have, guys. I'm gonna be starving.
What? What you, man?
I want way more than this.
Colleen. I see. I messed up the name.
It's okay. Coco.
That's why they call me Scrabble. My fraternity brothers are gonna be laughing at these stuff. But Colleen, here you go. That's all you need.
Thank you.
All right, put this in here. But I also did a minor in performance arts, and even then, when I started doing performance arts, I wasn't really into it like that. It wasn't until like I was forced to do a play because of the fourth year. You have to do a play to like graduate, and I did a play, and I think it was like after the second night that a kid came up to me and was like, because the play was like a very dramatic play, and you're like, oh, I watching your play, man, I just want to say thank you. You made me want to reach out back to my mom and kind of rebuild our relationship. So thank you. And I was kind of blown away from that because that little interaction is what led me to be here to this day. That's one of the only conversations I had with an individual that I will never ever forget. And I don't know why, but it just kind of I think that's the conversation that opened my mind and my like idea of like pursuing this fully. Because I'm like, if I can change a kid perspective on life, on how to like approach certain things and reach out back to his mom. And he was very sincere. At the time, it took me a while to like understand what impact I had on this kid's life. But that inspired me, and I'm like, dang, this is pretty cool. I guess I guess I do have a purpose, because for once in my life, I felt like I serve a purpose. I did something to help someone else. And to this day, the thing that kind of keep me pushing is just literally, I don't know how many other people who we have here who can agree with me as far as influencers, but it's the comments, the fans who reach out and who tells you, I had people who were in the hospital and they were like, yo, your videos helped me out through a lot. And all of that is always kind of like, yes, this is what I like. This is the reason why I keep doing it. And I can do this as long as I'm making somebody days better or happier or less, because this world is a stressful world already as it is. And so that what kind of pushed me towards where I'm at now and why I keep pushing. It's just the fans.
So I want to take it back to Vine. So you graduate college. When does Vine end up interchanging in that whole?
So I think I graduated from college in 2012, and I think immediately I went to grad school to New York Film Academy, and I was in school with one of my good friends, Batch. We also went to college together.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He went to NYU. You went to NYU?
No, well, he went to Florida State. I went to Florida A&M University.
Okay.
They're literally next door neighbors. We joined the same fraternity at the same time. That's how I knew him. We were in the same fraternity. And he was doing videos. I've seen his videos in earlier days. I just never really paid attention to that because I never thought I'd be into this. And then right after college, I went out to New York Film Academy. That's here in California. And they have one also in New York. And then I think the very next year, Batch came in and he went to New York Film Academy and we went to school together for that 2 years. Within those 2 years, I remember seeing Batch doing these little 6-second videos. I didn't know what they were or why he was doing it. But I remember him at the time where he had only like 50,000 followers on Vine. And he was like, yo, I got this amount of people, my video going viral. And we were just like, okay, whatever. And then it wasn't until like he had like 300,000 and other people were doing it. And I remember Leanne V. I think in Daystorm House, and it was her, Daystorm, Batch, and the other of our few friends. And I remember Leanne was doing a brand deal, and it was a tequila brand deal for like 20,000 for 6 seconds. And that's back.
Whoa, yeah.
That's back in before social media became a thing. Before that's even an idea. Who making 20,000 in 6 seconds?
Yeah.
In 2012 or 11.
Yeah.
And I was working at the Roosevelt Hotel, making chump change, dealing with drunk people. And I think that what opened my mind and my like idea to like pursue it. And I started doing videos at my job. Every time I knew that all the cameras around my job, so I would always try to like use the blind side of the cameras to do something really quick. Because my job, I used to work from 10 p.m. to 6. I was a graveyard shift, and from like 7 to 11, I'll take a little nap or rest, and then from like 12 to like 3, 4-ish, I'll try to like film some stuff with my friends because they were all doing very well. And then from like 6 to 7 or 8, I'll try to take a nap or do some work or some class. If I was in class, I'll try to like.
So you were still in film school when you guys were taping Vines?
Yeah.
And did Batch and Leanne and Daystorm, did you just say, hey guys, I want to join you guys, or were you just kind of got in where you fit in?
I got in where I fit in.
That's gonna be so salty. I'm curious.
You
First of all, you gotta do 2.
Wait,
We gotta see Shaniqua, his girlfriend. I'm sorry, guys. We gotta shout her out because I don't know if this man has ever cooked for you.
Hey, look.
Okay.
This is not that bad. I'm doing it how it was in college. I'm not trying to make it fancy.
Just for all the listeners, he drained the ramen, and then he took the seasoning of the ramen and he put it on the dry ramen.
Yeah. I just need a little bit of flavor.
Okay.
That's all. Boom, here you go. That's all you need.
So they help you with you guys pool together and you guys are all doing these videos. Mm-hmm. Was it a hard ask to them, or were you just like, I want in?
It was kinda because. Sorry. Mm-hmm. It was kinda because I don't like asking for favors. I don't like any handouts. So it was one of those things where I try to fit in where I can. If they needed help, I help. And so the way I got in was like actually learning how to webcam. It's kind of like be a very good camera guy. Mm-hmm. And because Vine had no transition, we used to do like one of these.
So you just whip the camera around.
Yeah, so we'll whip and cut so that we can do a whole transition. And I was like the guy that everyone go to.
Okay.
So after I got so good with like whipping the camera, they're like, yo, Splack, can you be a part of this? Yes, I would love to be a part of this.
Oh, okay.
And then that's kind of like how I got in, and I started growing my following. And I remember, all you need is one.
Yeah, I figured with you, all I would need is one Vienna sausage. Got half a ramen and a Vienna sausage.
And then I remember working at the Roosevelt Hotel. After a while, I had like 200,000 followers, and I got fired from my job. And I remember the day when I got fired, because I got caught like filming so much on the property. They were like, this story I will never forget too, because I remember they were sitting right across from me, and they were like, hey Gene, I'm really sorry that this is like your 3rd time on the phone, and you know you can't be on the phone, and we're just gonna have to let you go. And I just sat there and I'm like, And then the other guy comes in, the supervisor, and like, yeah, I'm really sorry, you're never gonna find a better opportunity than what you have now. And
then they're saying the Roosevelt was the best opportunity at the time.
And then I was so shook. Like them laying me off wasn't the problem. It was that comment that kind of sat with me. I will never forget. And his name is Corey Johnson. He's still working there. Look at me now. Like, goddamn.
Hey,
so
okay.
I have no shame. He literally said, you're never going to find another better job, because I understand his perspective. At that time, Vine, social media wasn't a thing. Mm-hmm. They didn't understand that. Their way of thinking was just meeting people, networking, auditioning. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of people, like Roosevelt held so much premieres. So I understand where he was coming from. And it's not his fault for thinking like that. That's what he thought at the time. And
at that time when he was saying that, did you think you were onto something?
Oh, let me see if this is bad real quick. Let me see.
Okay, let me test. Is it good? Okay. By the way, I didn't see you heat up these Vienna sausages.
Gotta do that.
Okay. He's doing taste tests. He is messing up all the format of eating while broke. I love it.
You don't gotta do that. You just eat it.
Oh, it's good.
It's
good. I thought it would be really salty.
No, it's good. And then if you want to add...
I want to try the Vienna sausage. It's cold. You gotta heat these things up, man.
Why? You don't gotta heat them things up.
Okay.
You want to heat them up?
Never eating at your house, man.
You want to heat them up?
No, it's fine.
Hey.
I want to hear more of this story. Wait, I want to try some of your pickles.
Come on, you got it.
Probably pick the pickle.
Pikliz.
Pikliz. I was close.
So you go ahead. You want to take a small amount. Take a small amount. Okay. I swear you ain't going to finish this interview.
Okay, I took way more than a small amount. God help me. There we go.
Wait. Get that big chunk. You gonna put all that in there. You better take the whole thing. I see a big chunk right there.
What do you mean? No, you said don't take a big chunk. Okay, guys, I'm trying the...
There's nothing on there.
Oh, my God. You just said it's going to be really spicy. Jesus, help me. Guys, we may have to cut to a commercial. Oh, my God. Cut to commercials.
What's wrong with it?
It's spicy.
Wait, I'm hot.
Cut to...
No. Look, you gotta put a whole thing like that. Bam. You know what I mean? You gotta go like that. Bam. Come on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's how you get back. At this point.
Oh my God, that was way too spicy. For all y'all listeners, if you ever get... What is
that
it?
thing hitting. That shit bullshit.
You put... Oh my gosh. That thing is way too spicy. It's definitely not pickled. It's... You don't need hot sauce. Why did you even ask for hot sauce?
You do. You put hot sauce on top. You like that. Yup.
Yo, please, camera, zoom in on him eating this.
Well, you gotta put a little bit of tapatio. They all got different flavors, you know? You don't put...
You know what it is? That this what is it?
Pikliz.
Pikliz has destroyed all your taste buds, so you can't even taste the hot sauce. That's what it is.
You think so?
Yes. This needs a parent warning label.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what's crazy? Like, some food in my food, like, it's so bad. Like, if I don't see my nose running, it's not good enough for me.
That's because...
Yeah.
What is it again?
Pikliz.
Pikliz destroyed all your taste buds because, honestly, you shouldn't be able to... I can't even feel anything in my mouth right now.
Oh, man, this is bringing back memories.
So you get fired from the Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know at that time, you for sure know in your heart and your spirit that that you're headed in the right direction, or is there part of you that's scared?
Nope, scared. I was scared because I didn't know, I wasn't making any money, and I didn't know if this would have popped off for me, you know, and I only had a few 100,000 on there, and it wasn't until like the very couple weeks that I landed my first gig. And it was like, at the time, I thought it was great. It was
what was your first gig?
It was for Bumble. Remember the dating app Bumble?
What'd you have to do?
Just kind of promote, you know, love stories.
How much did you get paid?
It was $500.
Oh, okay. That was your first.
$500 for a 6-second video. And I was like, that is good because I used to work a whole week with $500.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll take that. Even though I don't believe in dating apps.
And the brands were reaching out to you guys.
They were reaching out to me. And then I was doing Bumble probably like 2 to 3 times a week. So that's like, what, $1,500? So like that. So I was making that, like, I don't know how, by the grace of God, I was just making money. And ever since then, I've never had to work again for another person, except for myself.
Really?
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you, so Vine's gone. You know, and
man.
we heard the backstory. I had Day Storm broke it down.
Oh,
it was a crazy backstory. Were you one of the influencers in the meeting?
No, I wasn't that big.
Oh.
I wasn't that big.
So how does an influencer make money? Because I know Vine back in the day was doing brand deals. It's because it's so spicy. Honestly, I can't even feel my gums. I can't even feel my gums.
Hold up. God, I forgot how spicy this shit is.
So Vine's gone.
Uh-huh.
How do you make money on Instagram?
Instagram. So I think Vine died out when I had around like 900,000, barely a million. It's still hot. And I started making money just from like third-party apps, companies reaching out to me. But even then, I think when Vine died out, I hopped onto Instagram. And Instagram, I still had like roughly, probably like 150,000. I didn't have that much. Because for some reason, people don't like me on Instagram. I don't know why.
Really? You have how many? It's like a couple million or 1.5 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 1.3 now. But it's not really 1.3. It's probably like 20 people who really watch my stuff all the time.
What are you talking about?
I don't know where the rest of these people at sometimes. I have them, but I don't. I think it says it's really one like 1% of it is really like really your engagement on there. So I have 1.3, but I don't really think it's that amount. Who actively kind of support me, but I started making money through third-party apps. But it wasn't until when buying that out, I tried Instagram. Instagram was only 15 seconds, but it wasn't working that well for me. And then everyone started doing Facebook videos, and that's when I grew from like 50,000 to like 1 million on there so quickly. I don't even know how.
What's a Facebook video? You mean like?
You know, you can have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a Facebook fan page, and you can actually grow your page on there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like Instagram and all that stuff. So there's actually a fan page where you can grow your following. So I grew my followings on there, and then that kind of helped with my social media. But most of my brand came through Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
And Facebook was paying through monetizing. Facebook wasn't monetized at the moment. So, I mean, Instagram wasn't monetized at the moment. And so I was getting paid being monetized, and third-party companies coming and reaching out to me. And then they'll literally come to my Facebook and notice I had an Instagram, and they'll go through there, yeah.
What was that number on Instagram that you hit where you were like, whoa?
When I was like...
I'm doing something here.
I thought it was when I hit 1 million, but nowadays 1 million don't really mean nothing. I don't think.
1 million's hard, but it wasn't like when you first hit your first 100,000, you were like, oh, shoot.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about, if you're talking about that moment, yes, at that moment I did a whole video for it. When I hit the $1 million follower mark, I thought, oh my God, this is, I made it, y'all. Ain't nobody can tell me shit. I done made it, I have 1 million, and I was on my high horses for a long time until these TikTokers coming out with 30 million followers. I don't know who they are.
But do you think TikTok is gonna last as long as Instagram has lasted? Because I feel like Instagram has lasted longer than all of them.
TikTok, I think TikTok is on the right path for right now, because I think if you go back and replay the tape from Daystorm, it's just basically they didn't listen to their audience. TikTok does. And so I think TikTok, as long as you just listen to the audience and you are able to let unknown be known, in a sense where like TikTok don't have like a weird ass algorithm like Instagram. You can literally go on your For You page and you will see people who had like 10K followers on your For You page, and their video go viral and it's just so, they're so talented. And the For You page is kind of like, that's how it works. You can see a no-name artist, and you see like one video probably have 2,000 views, and the next one has 10 million. And you go down and you just check their stuff out, like, oh my God, this guy is so talented. And you just follow, just so much rawness on TikTok, where I wish, and that's how Vine was. They was very raw, but after a while they just kind of like stopped. They want to add this algorithm kind of nonsense like Instagram, and now people don't see your posts, and it's like, that's why a lot of the people that I know love TikTok, because it's just a lot easier to grow and it's more authentic. Yeah. It's just authentic to the audience. People don't like to see, for some reason, people don't like seeing high polished videos. They like seeing handheld phone camera that is raw, it look like an Android. It's like pixelated, it's like not the best quality, but they love it because they feel like they're there with you.
That's what Janina was saying. She was saying that whenever she spent a lot of money on a full production for her post, she didn't get the same responses when she shot it on her iPhone.
Yep.
Do you feel the same way with your productions? Because your productions always look a little elaborate to me.
Yeah, and I try to do a mixer of both, just because I just know what my end goal is and who I need to be targeting, and that's like the people in my industry, my business, and I want to, not have everything shot with the phone, because it's not the most exciting thing to watch. I mean, it is exciting, but not for the people who are in, like, producers, directors. It's not gonna be appealing to them. They're gonna look at you like, ah. But if you can throw in a mix of like high quality videos here and there, then great. I think that'd be great for you. And then still throw in some of your phone videos for your audience, so they can like remember who you were and why they follow you for, because they like that.
Yeah. What is your end goal?
I think my end goal of this whole thing, that's a good question, because I had different mixed feelings about this, and I thought, like, acting will be it, but sometimes it feel like it's not because I'm still like people think I made it. I'm still working. I'm still trying to get to that thing, and to a thing I don't even know what it is. I don't know what is it that, or what is considered making it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you just have to be happy with what you're doing and continuing. And I had a thought of what it is, like it is to be in a Marvel film, you know, playing a character there.
I feel like you would be so fun to watch.
I think I would hope that I am.
Yeah.
I would love to know that I am. And I that's why I do a lot of these type of videos, because I want to like have my fans kind of like see that I'm doing this, already plant that in their head. Yeah. So if they see me bust out as like, you know, some character like Blue Marvel.
Do you ever audition for those roles, or do you just?
I've actually auditioned for one, and it was The Boys. I don't know if you ever seen that show on Amazon. It's called The Boys, and I auditioned for the role called A-Train, who's kind of like the other Flash. He's like the Flash, but I didn't get the part.
Do you have an agent or a manager that helps you get those things, or?
I do. I don't know. I don't want to say nothing, but I don't know if they're like, I don't know if they're like, I don't know if they're well connected like that or have access to these these type of casting calls, but most of them are usually like straight to offer type, because there's like big roles. They're like really established roles, established movies. So they're gonna go to like producing casting, they're gonna go for the people that they wanna go
of course.
For. So,
of course, but you wouldn't play like not the main, but like the other.
Nah, I gotta go for the main.
Oh, okay. So it's main, nothing main, or that's it. So have you thought about writing your own?
Yes, and I have. I've done a few, and I actually just shot one recently. And gonna shoot another one. I think sometime next week. I think we're shooting another idea concept of a superhero kind of thing. And hopefully just to kind of like open the eyes or kind of let people see that I am capable of doing these things. But I do shoot my own things because I just want to be a Marvel character.
How do you finance all of it?
I don't. Favors.
Favors. Impressive.
Favor. Like, people think I'm rich. I'm not rich. Y'all think I'm rich? I'm not rich.
I was hoping you were. So when was the last time you ate this?
Probably like 2 days ago.
For real? I respect that. Gangsta.
Like 2 days ago.
Okay, I love that. And
I have ramen noodle all in the crib.
Really?
Yeah.
So I could have actually had you. You asked me too. You were like, Colleen, do you want me to bring it?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah.
I could have brought it.
Yeah, but when was the last time you ate Venice sausage?
Okay, that right there.
That's a luxury, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a luxury right there. But I actually, I haven't, I'll be honest, I haven't really eaten these in a while just because of just fitness purposes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in here I don't think is best for you.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's like real meat, what it is. I looked at the back of the label, it said it was like chicken.
I don't think it's real meat at all. I don't, even hot dogs. Isn't hot dogs or not?
Yeah, it's a bunch of random stuff.
It's random stuff, right? So I'm going to imagine what they put in this, but who cares? It was so good.
I love that you kept it real on this, you know.
Oh, no.
I think people see influencers and they say, okay, well, that's the goal. That's the end goal. But then when I meet influencers, it's not the end goal. But I've had enough episodes on this show to notice that every successful person that I've interviewed, the goal has always moved. So they hit the goal and then they move the goal again. They hit the goal and move the ceiling they never reach the ceiling. It never
ends. So it's an endless cycle of just like this hamster, the hamster just keep running. And it's like you're just running for something that once you reach it, you get that little bit of high and it's like, what's next? Yeah. And sometimes I think that's why a lot of my friends kind of backed out. There's a lot of people got depressed. A lot of people stopped doing social media because they reach a number thinking like this is what gonna set them apart or gonna make their life change. And once you hit that the million follower, I keep saying $1 million because I really want one. I never had $1 million before. Even I have like maybe 6 million followers and never hit 1 million. Yeah. Like it's so weird. But it's everyone reached a certain level, and what's next?
What's next? If that was their end goal, that's when they hit that like what's next.
So and then people once you have a goal that you try to reach for so long and you get there and you see like nothing really changes, or it's just not what you thought it would be, then people start like, whoa, if my whole life where I was trying to pursue, I just reached it and it's not, I don't feel nothing, or it just ain't, or I do feel something, but it's not really what I thought it would be, what's next?
Wow.
And people get nervous, they get scared, they try to like always create viral videos or create something to make them have that sort of feeling again, and they just get depressed. A lot of people stop. I remember guys went AWOL, and this one guy, my friend, he was so creative, and then he started doing like selling knives or some.
Oh wow.
I'm like, what are you doing?
But how do you know that's not to survive? Like, would you ever, like, worst case scenario, if like you weren't making, I don't know how much money you make to survive, to live now, but would you ever go back to a Roosevelt type job? Would you ever go just to pay your bills?
And that's the biggest fear that I have. Just because society makes it, or people, because you have an image. It's like, how you see Kevin Hart working at Ralph's, or working at, he's doing Uber Eats, he's delivering your food. That's not gonna, it's like, what happened?
Yeah, but
it's a bad look.
But it sucks because there's celebrity. I remember the story of Pink. I don't know if you heard, but Pink was signed and she had a record deal, and then she went and started pumping gas, and then the label pulled her off, and it was like, we'll give you money. Like, stop pumping gas. Yeah, I heard that was Pink's story. Yeah, because she was like, fuck it, I'll just pump gas.
Remember the story about I forgot his name, but the guy from Bill Cosby show?
Yeah, I was gonna say he was selling cars up the street.
Was he?
Not the Cosby show. He was a short.
No, it is the Bill Cosby guy, and he was working at Target, I believe. Was it at Target? They caught a video of him working at Target, and I was kind of shocked that even happened, because he was one of my childhood actors that I enjoyed watching, the Cosby Show, and then he's on Target selling, bagging up groceries, and people clown him so badly, and that's just like the most like inhumane thing you can do. Like, it just kind of like we're doing what we love.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that it makes it seem like in our business there's fame and there's all this glamorous kind of thing. I don't ask for all that. I just know it comes with it. Yeah. But it's not always like nice and polished, and it's not always like that. Yeah. So there're gonna be some rough times. And so in order to feed your family, you got to do something.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one of my biggest fears is like, that's why I have no kids. That's why I'm very careful with not having kids, being very careful with my life situation, because I know that I'm not capable of doing certain things, and I want to make sure, right now I'm trying to build generational wealth so that not only myself but my kids will always be fine and good. But it's one of those things where people just shame you once they see you working at anything less than what you've established yourself as.
I think whenever you're in front of the camera, and we're all human, and I like, a lot of the successful people on this show, believe it or not, have, even when they made money, lost it, or still have money problems. And I think it's great that people talk about these things, because viewers or fans or people that are trying to get into entertainment, or trying to be an influencer, or trying to be an entrepreneur, they think, oh, once you have this business, once you have this restaurant, or once you're an influencer or an actor on TV, you've made it. You don't have any money problems. But the entertainment business is a tricky thing, because you are an entrepreneur, and you're not getting 2-week salaries, and 1 minute you're up, and then you're competing against whoever else. So it's a risky game, and then to be shamed.
To be shamed is like, it just makes it all the worse, and kind of gives people, it makes people, like those who are in this business, I'm trying to find the word, but they just don't want to fall in that trap of being shamed. No one wants that image on them, because it's not, social media can be a very, very cruel and harsh world, and people would, like, they always say negativity travel faster than positivity. So it's like anything, people will love seeing your downfall. That's why the Shade Room is probably the most,
that page
popular page
fast,
ever.
Yeah.
And I hate, when my videos go on the Shade Room, I hate it. My videos go on there a few times, and I don't like it, just because it's just a negative platform, and I know every time my videos have gone on that Instagram, it's always because I had a funny video. But you can still read the comments, and I think that's one thing I've learned. And I shut out a long time ago, and I don't do anymore. But I kind of did recently. I had this one shower video where like when black people hear noise, and while taking a shower, I had like soap all over me, and you hear sound, and I kind of just looked at it like look the whole time, and it went viral. And the Shade One posted, and there was a lot of great comments, but there's of course a lot of trolls. There's always like no matter what you do, you can never please people. And I think that's what I've taught myself to learn. And honestly, the way I've dealt with these type of people, I've realized they're the most hurt individuals. And I've learned that later down the line, because I used to like go back and try to fight back. And I'm like, well, I look like a cornball over here arguing with this person. I stopped doing that. I remember one time I argued with someone, and they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, I just want to get your attention. That was the time I knew to never, ever do that again. And to this day, when people come and troll on my live stream on Twitch or my Instagram, I always reply back with something positive. I say, hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? Or I try to start up a conversation. They would say all type of mean stuff, racial slurs and all that. And I just go back and say something positive or try to keep it positive. Even with my moderators, we have moderators on Twitch, they will try to ban the person. I say, oh, no, don't ban them. Leave them, let them continue talking. After a while, it never fails. They're like, yo, I'm just one of your biggest fan, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Why can't you just started with that? Why can't you just do that? It don't need to be always bad and negative like that.
But that's the world we live in.
Yeah, it is definitely. But
well, thank you so much for feeding me some extremely spicy food. I would love to finish it.
You don't have to finish
it.
But
I can't.
You only have like.
I can't even feel my mouth anymore. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on another episode of Eating While Broke. We have social media influencer Splack.
Thank you.
Feel free to follow him.
Thank you.
And check out more episodes of Eating While Broke at Eating While Broke on any social media platform, and you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Peace out, guys.
Peace.